I think the biggest difference between like the Gargano Ciampa feud and like the Kevin Owens Sami Zayn feud is because I feel like those two feuds are going to be very tied together in like the how, because each of them could have both have the potential of being like one of the greatest best friends turned rivals like storylines. Only Sami and Kevin though have actually reached that potential.
Sure.
And I think it's because Sami and Kevin never needed to go to the abundant weapon-based like matches to get the emotional piece to it. You know, like they would have matches and they could go to the outside, they'd use the apron, they would use the announce table, but they didn't need to have an unsanctioned match. They didn't need to have a last match.
I'm taking it you haven't seen their fucking ladder war matches on the indies.
I'm talking about their stuff in WWE right now.
I'm just saying.
If we went into indie stuff, there'd be a lot of other like things going into this, but I feel like, but that's like the biggest thing with like the stuff from WWE, from NXT to the main roster with Sami and Kevin. They were able to get that like they're willing to almost kill each other length without having to do a street fight, without doing some weapon stipulation to get there.
I mean, true, and also on top of that, they also didn't need to have 35 plus minute matches. They were able to tell the same story without the dramatic storytelling and without 45 fucking minute matches in just 15 minutes, and it fucking ruled every time.
Yeah, they also booked it a lot more long term. Like, you had Sami win the NXT title, Kevin turn on him that night, Kevin won the NXT title by referee stoppage, and they never fought again in NXT.
They did.
That.
They did. They had 2 matches on takeovers.
Huh. I don't remember the other one. I mainly remember the referee stoppage, and I didn't think there was another one because I thought Sami got hurt before that.
They definitely... Hang on, let me look it up, because I know that they had 2 matches in NXT.
I don't think any of them should work together again in singles matches.
They had the match at Rival, and then a few months later, they had a match at Unstoppable.
Okay.
The first one was referee's decision, the next one was no contest.
Ah.
So they both ended with Kevin Owens killing Sami Zayn.
Yeah, and then they like built it, like they kept it the whole thing of, you know, Kevin's just like an asshole the entire time. And then eventually you got like a really good match between the two of them at Payback once Sami got brought to the main roster.
Yeah, Payback 2016. They had the match at Payback,
which was a great match. Their WrestleMania match when Logan Paul was at ringside was a iffy match. Like, it wasn't great, it wasn't terrible.
Yeah, it was just thrown together.
Yeah, their Money in the Bank qualifier match was amazing though.
I just don't know if there's really much more story to tell between Owens and Zayn, similar to, I mean, not too as extreme in extent, but if you include, because you're just talking about WWE, but if you include all the stuff they did in Ring of Honor and their whole career, it's just like, I don't think they need to have matches with each other again and do more with that.
I mean, I think they can. That's a rivalry, I feel like, at this point, though, the only way you get those matches anymore is via one of those guys winning a championship.
Yeah, and the only way you would do it where it still feels fresh would be like a heel, which is not going to happen, a heel Sami and face Owens, which they never feuded before. Oh, no, they did.
They did.
Zayn was the heel.
Yeah, that was the Mania match, and then the Money in the Bank qualifier.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do.
The NXT feud, Sami was face during that. Never mind.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they're going to do with, like, because they're not the tag champs anymore. What they're going to do next, but hopefully they're not working matches with each other. I'd like to see, honestly, like, Owens and Lesnar, shit like that, you know? And then Sami can maybe team with Jay or something and do stuff with him. I don't know.
That's probably why they decided to take the tag titles off of Sami and Kevin, is that you can get a lot more out of those two without them being in the tag division than you're going to get with them in the tag division.
Yeah, especially with Cody going to SmackDown, Raw needs more star power. So
right. Kevin's someone you can sub into the main event scene. You can you could put Sami in the main event as well.
I mean, yeah, definitely can.
But also, Sami could work really well. For instance, if you need a match for Gunther for the IC title before you want someone to beat him, Sammy's a great person to put in that spot because Sammy's that very pure underdog baby face that just really works well when you got a guy like Gunther who you know he's going to get absolutely murdered by.
Mm-hmm.
But for real, I can't see what their WrestleMania
Sammy's
is
really
going to
good
be.
in that role.
I can't think of what their matches are going to be, like Sami and Kevin.
I mean, true, but like we got plenty of time before then.
True, it's not like there's plenty of other people.
It's like a month away. It's still like 6-7 months until then.
Yeah,
so
I mean, I would say the only matches that are obvious is Cody and Roman, and probably Bianca and Charlotte and Becky and Rhea.
And
the other ones
Uso
are all up in the air. And Uso versus so 4 matches that are like probably
even the women's matches that you listed could easily change before then.
Yeah, but I have a feeling those are going to be the ones.
I mean, it would make sense, but there's still plenty of time for things to go different with that.